Today we're taking a look at Pico 7. Nope, I got it wrong. It's Pico 38796, and that is the ESSO Tank Car. And this was released from Pico in the fall of 2024, so it's a pretty new release. And I do like Pico's packaging. I have to interrupt this review because train show, Friday, May 9th and Saturday, May 10th. Friday, Saturday, trains, and only big trains, not other trains, just large scale trains. It's the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Show in Girard, Ohio. Where's Girard? Near Youngstown. Where's Youngstown? An hour south of Cleveland, 45 minutes from Pittsburgh, and about 45 minutes from Akron. Be there. One thing I do like about Pico tank cars, you really can't see where they seal up that tank. You know, a lot of brands, they have, you could see a seam or something like that, and they obscure that really well. I'm honestly not too sure where it is. That's just part of how it's supposed to look, right there on the edges. And yeah, there's not an obvious seam. Maybe it's behind that metal grab iron. I'm not sure. Brake wheel, stirrups, hook and loop couplers, as is the norm. You can switch them out if you like, but I generally run these. It's just easier. There's a very cool ESSO logo. Tiger. Really clean graphics, and you'd think white would be really boring, but Pico manages to dress it up and make it interesting. Do a pretty good job of that. All right, let's get this circling the layout. Today we'll be using the Santa Fe saddleback that comes with the Pico starter set, the Santa Fe starter set. And there'll be a review on that shortly. And it never fails what I'm reviewing. Dick the cat always wants to be involved and check it out. So I let him sniff this thing till his heart's content before I started recording, so hopefully we don't get disturbed too much. But it's a cat, so you never know. Whoops. I need more practice operating the train. There we go. only a couple more reviews on this small oval, and then I'm going to have something cool to share with you guys. Well, I might as well let the cat out of the bag. Fuck that cat. But I got a fella coming to help me with a ceiling layout here in the basement, which so I can make a nice long train. Which I bought a bunch of these folding tables and these carpet sections that I had cut and whatever they call that edge put on so they don't fray. And a bunch of those done. And the problem with G-Scale is it just takes up so much room. And I don't like running those 4-foot curves. Those radius everywhere. I have the 10-foot ones from Pico and some 8-foot ones, and it's a lot of floor space and a lot of tables to do that. And I have had that set up before in years past. But, you know, to have a good sized layout, a couple trains running, it easily takes up half my big basement here. And, well, that's not a bad thing. I do have other hobbies and need to store things and stuff. And fortunately, my basement's been a mess for quite a while now, and I'm working on that as I recuperate from surgery and whatnot. But I figure a big ceiling layout's the way to go for G-Scale. And we'll see what the budget looks like and stuff. Maybe we'll also do a separate ceiling layout upstairs in my office. That'd be cool. You can't have too many trains, right? And that frees up a whole lot of basement space for a really big, or well, I mean, big's relative to how much size you have, I suppose, but that frees up a lot of basement space for what I would consider to be a very good size HO layout. So I'll be able to do a lot more HO reviews, and I'll have the big curves up on the ceiling so I can do review some of the bigger rolling stock and G-Scale. Especially some of those longer USA Trains products, you need at least a 10-foot carve. So I am very much looking forward to getting all that done, but I don't know what the schedule is going to look like as far as the fella that's coming by to help do all this. Apparently once he gets going, he's really fast, but it's a matter of getting on a schedule. So I think there's just going to be a couple more G-Scale reviews. This ESSO tank, I got a UP boxcar I want to review, and the Santa Fe starter set. And that might be it for G-Scale for a minute till the ceiling layout gets done, but there will be plenty of HO and Brio videos in the interim. And then I will have no excuse for not knocking out tons of videos for you guys. Back to the Pico ESSO Tank Car though. I have really enjoyed all my Pico products. Some people complain, oh, they're not quite realistic enough, and I think Pico themselves says, hey, this is a representation. I don't think they claim to make a exact replica or anything like that. Although their mogul, there is something that's coming up in another review. I have a New York Central mogul that they made a few years ago, and just parked down the street from me in Canfield, Ohio at the fairgrounds is a locomotive that's extremely close, and we'll compare and contrast in an upcoming video. But I've just enjoyed all my Pico products. I haven't had any mechanical issues. I haven't really had to do any maintenance. All their stuff has just worked, and I really appreciate that, Pico. I truly do. with some stuff, they've had a few Texaco cars, they've had a few Sinclair cars, and when they re-release stuff, there's always a new road number, and sometimes the design changes a little bit, and I like that, and that's been cool. So I just you know, there's a lot of guys that when they got started in the hobby, LGV was the thing, and it still is the thing in many ways, and USA trains got popular, and Pico's kind of the newcomer. And I don't really have a bunch of Aristo. I have a couple of Aristo box cars and MTH and stuff. I don't really have a lot in that department. So most of my stuff, honestly, probably 2/3 of it is Pico, and it's just because they've made a solid thing at a good price point, and it's just been reliable and it's always worked, and I've never really had any problems. And if I did, I would tell you guys. They're not sponsoring this or anything. I mean, if I'm being nitpicky, they had a series of passenger cars with some silver paint on the roofs, and sometimes that had scuff marks coming out of the packaging. But other than that, I really had no quality issues with Pico. So you know, if you're just looking for something that looks cool and you maybe want to build a layout or whatever, I think Pico's a great way to go if you have the room for G-scale. That's going to do it for this episode of Iron Horse Reviews. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe.